Whereas we don't have to do that now. We get it all kind of mixed in together and get to come back to it every now and then.
If I heard it in order, I think it would become more like I would hijack the podcast and it would be all about my life story and what I was doing. Like, okay, this came out and I was 25 and everything was chaos in my life. I was working here and I was just ready to do some theater and blah, blah, blah. Like, it would just be...
It would become Michelle therapy.
It would be a walk down memory lane, whether we wanted it or not.
So, Michelle, why don't you take it from here?
Yes. Okay. So, again, I couldn't think of anything creative, so I chose celebrities. How many celebrities do we want to give this? Although, you know what? I'm going to change it. Just as I say that, we're going to do the Taylor Swift suitcases.
Nice.
How many suitcases do we give this song? I give Celebrity a solid 3.5 suitcases. It's a good song. I definitely listen to it. I may not seek it out, but if it's on, I definitely enjoy it. So I like it. Yeah. Aaron, how many Taylor Swift suitcases do you give Celebrity?
Well, you know that I have to like it if I listen to it that many times and try to like... was so frustrated by trying to nail down the musicality of it, and still like it. Yeah, I give it a solid 3.9 suitcases.
Ooh, wow.
Not quite up there with the 4s, but darn if it's not close. I really enjoyed this tune. I'll probably be listening to it again. I might need to give it a few days because I've had it on constant rotation. But I like it. I really do. It's a really good song. It's introspective, like I said. It's got a slightly darker tone than some of their other stuff, and I enjoy that. I like hearing, especially with Stephen Page. I like hearing the way that he explores that side of him.
Yes,
and
me too.
I'm very appreciative of that. And the vocals and everything was just so really beautiful. So I enjoyed it. Very Beatles-esque.
Yes. Tracy, how many Taylor Swift suitcases do you give Celebrity?
So it's... Old Tracy is back. I give the song 4.25.
Wow.
Yeah. No, I really enjoy this song. This is one of those songs on this album that I love to listen to over and over again. I love this, what they're trying to say in the song. I love how they go about saying it in the song. I love the music that goes with this. I think it's just an amazing song off this album. And it wasn't my favorite to begin with, but it has grown on me over the time.
So that Celebrity now moves up in the charts to number 19, I think-ish. It's between Baby Seat and Beautiful.
Okay.
That's respectable.
Yeah.
My appearance for this week is when this CD was released. It was the only CD they've done this. They released it as a DualDisc. Did cost more. So you got a CD and a DVD with this disc if you bought the DualDisc. And one of the things that you got on the DVD, if you went out and actually bought this, was a behind the scenes of them making this song. You can find that on the internet now, on YouTube. I will be posting that. The vocal harmonies are very soft and lifting. It's very interesting. It's obviously not the fullness of this song that you get and the complexity that you get with listening to the song that's recorded, because it's only their first one through with the song, and it's not all the extra stuff added in. But it's really interesting to kind of listen to just this very stripped down version of it.
Very nice.
Nice.
So, as a plug, I am proud to say that we have joined the Filling the Void podcast network.
Yay!
I will be putting up the links for our new podcast network. I'm very excited because this links in with a number of other podcasts. Speaking of which, do you like the movie Clerks, guys?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Love it.
Have you ever wondered if blowjobs count as sex? How exactly
I think we had a president who was making the same argument some time ago.
How do you keep count of 36 people but not remember all their names? Is sex with a dead guy really necrophilia if you don't realize the person is dead? Is it cheating if the person has sex with you but they think it's someone else? Well, Clerks doesn't answer any of these questions. but they discuss it in a really hilarious fashion. And on the Filling the Void Network, we have a podcast that explores all of these questions and more as they discuss the movies Clerks and Clerks 2. One of the hosts, Blake, has actually been on our show, so if you are looking for a great podcast to listen to and love the movie Clerks or Clerks 2, go to the Filling the Void at Spreaker, or just use the web address that I am adding into our links this week. These are just a few of the examples of Movies by Minute podcasts. Started by the Star Wars Minute guys, Pete and Alex. Pete and Alex, if you're listening, please come on the podcast anytime. If you love Star Wars, I recommend listening to them as well. Even though they aren't on our network, I am a big movie buff. I just love movies. Comedies, horror, sci-fi, fantasy, romantic comedies. And yes, I have to admit it, I have even been known to love Christmas pics. Now, speaking of which, we'll be continuing hashtag Christmas in December next week with the song Christmas Pics. So join us then.
Thanks, that was fun. Don't forget, no regrets, except maybe one.
Speaking of Clerks, it was written and directed, of course, by Kevin Smith.
Who we
And
love.
he's who we absolutely love. Kevin Smith, you're welcome on the show.
Kevin,
anytime.
we know you listen. Come on the show.
Kevin Smith,
We love
you
you.
are one. Well, I think he's 10 days younger than I am. So he and I are on the
Wow.
same wavelength. We're both Leos. I just have always felt a kinship with Kevin. So, Kevin, come on the show. We want to hear it from you.
So Kevin's done a number of movies, most of which are written in the same universe, using mostly the same characters. But he has done some other ones too, like Tusk and Red State and Jersey Girl. They're all really interesting movies, although Tusk, it's kind of different. He's got some new movies coming out next year. But he has also directed Supergirl, Flash, the Goldberg episodes. He's come up with one of my favorite cult hits on TV, Reaper, which is a really understated show. He has created his own podcasting network with thousands of episodes, one of which of my favorites being Fat Man on Batman, which took Smodco to a new level when podcasting was just getting going. He would disagree with me if he was here, but he is really a celebrity. And unlike next week's song, he has
I see what you
embraced
did
his
there.
celebrity. That was a slow burn.
Kevin, I paid to see Jersey Girl in the theater. Come on the show.
I loved Dogma more than anything.
Oh, Dogma's fantastic.
Dog-
That might be his best film.
Dogma, he
It might be his best film.
nailed it
It's
on
fantastic.
every level. It's genius.
Oh, definitely.
Genius.
It is hands down one of my favorite Kevin Smith movies. Although I do have to say I love Clerks. And absolutely, if you haven't seen Red State, go out and watch Red State. Red State is really interesting.
That one was interesting, yeah.
I haven't seen it. I'll have to watch it.
Oh, it's very interesting.
It's totally different than what you would expect from Kevin Smith, but it's good.
And he's got one coming out next year, which is also very along the same lines, called Kilgore Was Here, I think it is. Something like that. So I'm going to probably get it wrong, and then he's going to be like, get my names of my shows right! So next week we'll be discussing the wonderful world of celebrities as we discuss Celebrity, the song from Bare Naked Ladies' album Everything to Everyone. So join us then, and have a great week. And I just figured out that I haven't been recording this whole entire time. Oh my goodness.
Oh, no.
Yeah, somehow the recorder
happened?
had decided to
He
stop
wasn't
itself.
recording.
Way
Oh, are
back
you
about
serious?
2 minutes into the podcast.
What happened?
I forgot.
Oh no, Tracy.
Oh, are you serious?
I'm serious. Like all the stuff that was missed, I had to go back and
Oh,
re-record.
no.
It's Mercury retrograde
Yeah.
right now, so I'm not
Yeah.
surprised.
So I'm gonna have
you
to
go.
retrograde and redo this whole podcast for myself.
Are you recording now?
I'm recording now. Yeah, I just restarted.
Okay.
Are we
Are we leaving this in?
Well, I guess so.
should we let
Do we let them know?
Do we let
I'll
them
leave
know
that up
how
to
much
you.
I really fucked this up?
Folks, you're getting some real behind-the-scenes action now.
That's heartbreaking.
well.
So
No, this is what the millennials call authenticity.
Oh, I'm authentic, all right.
we're being our authentic selves.